you should keep positive. Now listen, staying positive is so much deeper than just the surface of, oh yeah, just stay positive, just keep a positive mental attitude, just get rid of negative thoughts, don't think of negative experience, don't say negative things. It's so much deeper than that. It's so much deeper. And I might tell you today, oh yeah, stay positive. Yeah, stay positive, guys. Yeah, just stay positive, guys. And comes in one ear, comes out straight the other ear. And you don't really understand what I mean by it. And it's so much deeper. I wish when I told people, like, try to stay positive, like, try keep a positive mental attitude, especially like people that like rage a lot or like get angry easily, or like, you know, when you like you play a sport and you just get angry because you lost, and that demoralizes you and stuff like that, and you bring that energy home and you share that negative energy with your girlfriend, your friends, your family, and then now they start acting negative and stuff like that. It's just a constant cycle, and staying positive is so important. So I'm going to share my experience with you. So I've been through a heap ton of crazy experiences, and I would say like the last 3, 4 years, I've been so much more just grateful, and just for what I've experienced and what I've learned from these experiences, and how they've gotten me out of so many like crazy situations. So I remember when I was quite younger, I would say primary school. I didn't really I didn't really I wasn't really a negative person. Like I was more like always like on a high, like always like top man of energy and stuff like that. I always have so much energy and drive, and but there were times where I'd come into class, and let's just say something bad happened the night before, or like I had a little argument with like a family member in the morning. Like I remember like there used to be days like occasionally, like once every like 2, 3 months, I'd go and like I'd be really dull, and like everyone knows me for like being like energetic and like always upbeat and just annoying and stuff like that. But I remember walking into class, and this was several occasions, primary and secondary school, and I would walk into the class, not say a thing, just sit on my seat, like straight face, and the entire like lesson I'd just be quiet. And like halfway through, like the teacher would like come to me and be like, oh, like Paul, are you all right? Is everything okay? Like you don't I didn't even notice you in the class today and stuff like that. And like it's actually crazy, like when you're down, like when you're a quiet person, you're almost like kind of magnetic. Like people actually want to be around you when you're like just like unemotional, like almost like sad, down, depressed. When you have this type of energy, I mean, obviously, realistically, no one wants to be around these type of people, because it's like you tend to like succumb to that. But most people are already sad, so it's like kind of like, oh, I can relate to his person, his emotions. Like I have similar emotions to him, so I can relate to that. And people, especially if you're someone that's like energetic and stuff like that, hyper, like you know, just a loose cannon. If you're someone like that, and one day you walk, like let's say every day, Monday to Friday, let's just say work, school, whatever, you're someone that's very energetic. One day you come in and now you're not energetic. People will be like, wow, like what's happened? Like, so that was like the first instances of when I noticed like, oh, my days, like like people actually take note of like your like how you're feeling and stuff like that, your energy levels. Like people actually pay a lot of attention to the way you act. And for me, obviously that was an anomaly. So I was never really someone that like got angry per se. Like I'd never really be angry or like fully lose my emotions or like lose emotional control. So I'm grateful for that reason. But like I remember like there would be occasions where I'd be so like overwhelmed by like an experience that happened at home, or just anything that would just put me down. And then that that image would like that image, people would see that image of me just being down, and it would seem like I'm a complete different person. And that type of energy is repelling. Like people will come to you to check on you, but they still don't want to be around you because you're like sad, upset. It's like, oh, come on, Paul, let's go play. Nah, I don't want to. Oh, let's go do. Nah, like no one really likes that type of energy. Like unresponsive, not even in the moment. You're just thinking about what happened and stuff like that. So I remember vividly like having days like that, and days like that were never like great. Like they were just so dry, dull, and like it would just be more overwhelming. It's like the more sad you are, the more sad you become. Like it's just a constant cycle. And for me, like obviously I've never really like been that type of person to be sad or like overwhelmed. So like it was definitely a new experience, and like more people are actually like caring. Like it's nice, when people come to you, oh, oh, you seem upset, are you okay? Like all the girls coming to me, oh, Paul, what happened? It's like, oh, nice, I should be sad more often, I guess. But like genuinely, obviously the purpose of this video is to stay positive. I remember in university, probably the worst, like I always say this, but probably where my mental health was like the worst in like university. And I would say I didn't see the impact of like how my mental health was, because like in the season, or in the, let's say, whilst you're sad and overwhelmed and stuff, you don't really see that immediate effect of like the negative health impacts that it's having on you, or the negative toll that it's having on your like energy levels, your mood and stuff like that. You don't see that instantly. It's more like a thing where like it's very small, and then it builds up, and eventually it gets to a point where like it's so hard. Like now you are literally defined as a sad person. I'm so grateful that I've never really like been that. Like I usually sleep over things, and then I wake up and I'm like, yeah, whatever, it's in the past now. I've always been that type of person. Like I'll be sad for one day, and then that's it. I leave that day to that day. I think it's good to embrace emotions. Like I'm not saying, oh, never be negative, but like we can control our emotions. I was reading a book by Napoleon Hill, and it's called Outwitting the Devil, and I'd highly recommend everyone watch this or read. Like you can listen to the audiobook on like YouTube for free, or like you can actually read it like online. There's like websites where you can read books for free and stuff like that. If you're someone that doesn't mind investing into your improving your educational like value and stuff like that, then I would highly recommend to buy the book. But Napoleon Hill, he mentions that like the devil literally uses people that are like emotionally down, so he targets people's fears. And it's crazy. Like he was sit like it's like like the book is kind of like, I don't want to really like spoil it, but like the book entails that like obviously the devil is like in a he's having like a podcast with this guy, and like he can only target people, like the only people he can target are people that like give up. So people that are like quitters basically. But for people that like take failure as like a lesson, and they get back up and they keep trying. And he says that like people that are successful, they literally were just a step away from quitting. And that little small step that they persevered, that's why they became successful. So it's so true. Like your thoughts, the devil, he literally says in the book, like he controls, or the only way he can target you, he can't physically hurt you, or like the only way he can target you is one, by sending someone to come and like affect your life, or to like the main way is through your mind. And he does this like before birth. He targets your parents. So just imagine that you can control your mind, but you choose to allow your mind to, like take advantage of you. Like it's like you're almost letting your mind take control of yourself. So let's say something bad happens, your instant response is stress, shouting, negativity, and the devil is happy. He's like, yes, now is my chance to encapture this person, this vessel. He's like, wow, yeah, amazing. Like he's feeling down, so he has a lot. Let me plant more negative thoughts in his mind so he can go do something crazy and like ruin his life. That's what the devil wants. The devil wants you to think negatively. But we have all the control. If we control our thoughts, the devil can't do anything. Just think about it, like literally. If we control our thoughts, if we stay positive, think about positive things. Obviously, when you're like sleeping, you're dreaming, and it's really hard to like control that. That's more like the life you live and stuff like that, what you're eating, and that's like a whole different episode. But like the thoughts you can like actually consciously like change can really separate your life from a lot of people. That's why who you surround yourself with is so important. If you're around someone, let's say you feel like you are very confident in yourself and you're very positive and stuff like that, and like no one can put you down, but like you have 3 or 4 friends that are like always negative, always bashing each other, like gossiping, stuff like that, putting other people down, shouting at each other, cursing each other, being negative to each other, like, yo, you're this, you're an idiot, you're that, you're stupid, blah blah blah. It might just be a joke, but they're planting negative. They're allowing the devil to manipulate their mind to speak these negative things, and then these negative things come to pass, and you're surrounding yourself around these people, and eventually you start saying these things, you start acting the same way they do. You see them stressing, you see them shouting, and like when something bad happens, their instant response is oh my days, or they break something, or they hit something. And then eventually you keep seeing this. Remember, like visualization is so important. You start seeing these things, and then now these things start planting like thoughts in your head, where like now you start imitating and doing these things. Think about it, it's crazy. Your thoughts are so like, staying positive is so important. So now, why you should keep a positive mindset, why you should stay positive, I think one, well, it's going to benefit you so much in a way that you will never understand. It could literally get rid of like childhood PTSD, childhood traumas, could get rid of all your stresses. Literally, like most of us, we stress about things that, like, if we just chose not to allow it to diminish us, if we chose to, like, let's say you have this crazy bill that just came, if you choose to say like this bill is not going to affect me, I'm going to pay it off, it's calm, like it's just a bill. If you choose to just separate and like you stay positive, oh, it's fine, I'll pay it off, it should be okay, I've got this, like I'm not going to let this bill stress me, I will find a way. In fact, you know what, I'm not going to even pay this bill. Something or someone will pay for this bill, or somehow I'll find a way to not be able to pay this bill. Like obviously that's extreme case scenario, but like if you choose to like separate from the negative thoughts, like other people of course in that situation where it's like like they let it stress them every day, they take out their anger on people around them and stuff like that. not knowing that this is making it worse. It's damaging them, and it's damaging their relationships with the people, and it's also affecting the people that are around them, because they tend to start becoming more like them, and that just becomes a cycle. It's like it's like getting into an argument with someone and like thinking, oh yeah, if I raise my voice and if I try to act like the bigger guy and stuff, like you, it's the argument will never end, because that person, you're not communicating effectively with your argument. But if you propose, like, okay, you listen to what they say and you hear them out and you accept what they're saying for what they have said, and you say what you say, and you say it's your own personal opinion, and you leave it as that, then the argument is done there and then. You've sorted the issue. But if you try to argue and like shout back and tit for tat and stuff like that, it just makes the situation worse. You throw negative curses and stuff like that. You just create more resentment between that you and that person. Also, thoughts are so important. It's crazy. Like, I wish I could like show you physically how important thoughts are. But just thinking positive could literally make you live a positive life. Well, most people, they always choose to self-limiting beliefs like, oh, everything's out of my control. Like everything is in the control of this person that's looking after me. Everything is in the control of this other person. And it's the way we've been scripted, literally from school. We start off in school and we go to school, we sit in a class dressed up formally to learn things that the teachers have assigned us to learn, not things that we truly have passions for. Where we're never taught how to be a leader, we're taught how to be people that follow leaders. And it's all great to start off like following and stuff like that. But just imagine at a young age, you develop the mindset of forging your own thoughts, like actually doing things that you love doing, and like developing the skill in those things and stuff like that. Like imagine you're a great singer, or like a great pianist or organist. From the age of like 6, you realize, wow, I love the organ and stuff like that. And your parents like push you to have weekly practice, or like to speak about it, or to share it, or they buy you an organ, etc. And now you're just investing more time into that skill from 6 years old. And then before you know it, you're like 10 and you're already like 4 years ahead of like many adults that are already like deep into that specific career. And then by the time like you're legal to like actually work and stuff like that, or like put out some of your content, now you're 15, 16, and you're posting content online, giving courses online, selling courses online at the age of like 15, 16, teaching people because you have like 10 years experience, and you've stayed positive, and your mind is just filled with this one purpose and passion. You're driven. You know you're not just drifting, like just following the crowd, following everyone, following the environment, following the 98%. Like I said, the devil only has control of people that don't have control over themselves. If you're drifting away, if you're like floating, if you're just, it's like you're on a road, you're on a road going somewhere and you don't even know where you're going. If you're someone like that, if I sometimes tend to like think like I like, oh, I should be more on my purpose. I should be more focused. I should invest more time into my purpose. If you're someone like that, then the devil has you in his hooks, but you can come out. All it takes is just you taking control of your thoughts, your mind, staying positive. Because remember, everything that's negative, any negative thing is controlled by the devil. Any negative thing, anything negative that happens, the devil is literally the chief commander in that thing. So take control of your thoughts. It's so imperative, so imperative. I'll probably have to make like a longer, like more in-depth video about this, because it's like crazy how important and impactful this is. But hopefully someone has like opened up, like, just like something has clicked in your head, and like, yo, you know what, I do get angry a lot, and I think I can work on improving my thoughts. And it's literally just being more aware of what you do every day. If you're someone that's consuming rubbish every single day, like food and stuff like that, that's affecting your body, and then in return, it's affecting your mind. If you're just drinking loads of like alcohol and taking a lot of narcotics, slandering friends, gossiping, staying negative, swearing, getting angry, if you're like always indulging in like pleasures in this world and stuff like that, and you're not driven by a purpose, you can't control yourself, you there's no willpower, then you are in the grips and the grasps of the devil. And like I said, it's so easy to come out because all he can do is affect your thoughts. All he can do is plant seeds in your mind. You take those actions. You, at the end of the day, you create the deeds that you make. He creates the thoughts, you create the deeds. And you can change the thoughts. You can get, literally, he said it himself. He has no power if you control your own thoughts. That's why, for me personally, I'm a Christian. Jesus Christ was a very positive person. He helped sinners. He helped everyone. He rubbed his disciples' feet. Like he treated himself like the most lowest human in the world. He was born in a manger, like literally where horses, other animals literally like where the animals are sleeping, he was born there. Like literally. That's the lowest of lows. Like could you imagine living in like a country like London or America, and like you've been raised in a great household and stuff like that? Oh, sorry, your parents were raised in like a great household, and now you have to be born in like on the street somewhere because they lost their job and stuff like that. Like they lost all their wealth, and your mother is pregnant, and now you have to be born in like the lowest of the lows. And many people refused you being able to enter and stuff like that. And then for that child to grow up and go like preach to people, heal people, stuff like that, put himself last, being selfless, staying positive. Because remember, it's all thoughts. It's all thoughts. Your life is literally defined by your thoughts. When you wake up in the morning, you could choose to think positive and or think, oh yeah, let me follow my plan for the day, my schedule. Or you could choose to stay in bed and, you know, watch those crazy websites and just procrastinate, because the devil loves procrastination. He loves people that do nothing. Those are the people he targets. People that are doing nothing, that are like drifting away, drifting towards hell. But people that are focused, determined, they have a plan, they know what they want in life, they stay positive, they curb addictions and bad food, they take care of their health, they nourish themselves, they look after their families. Those type of people are running to heaven. Now, I mean, at the end of the day, some people literally tell themselves like I'm going to hell and stuff like that. Obviously, God forbid for me personally, but it's crazy, like words and thoughts. Of course you think and then you say it, and then most people do it after saying it. Like your words are the first thing. You think it first. So if you can change your thoughts positively, if you can change your like the way you react to stress, if you can just change your habits every day and swap them, stop the bad habits and then swap it around with positive ones, then the devil has not got anything against you. So develop that positive mental attitude mindset. I just want to create an army of people that can be successful, nourish and take care of their families, protect their army, protect their nation, protect their tribe of people, protect their neighbors. They're like, just like just having that presence alone is like amazing. Just imagine your kids looking up to you like, wow, I wish I could be like my dad, like all my days. I wish I could be like my mom. That would be so amazing, wouldn't it? Like your kids genuinely want to be like you when you're older. They wanna follow the same like health protocols that you take. they want to be more like the way you think. They want to have the same thoughts you think. Like, you think so positively, and like, you don't think anything is impossible to achieve. You're so driven by your purpose. They see it every day. And then you tell them and you show them that love that you have for them. Just imagine the impact you could have on the younger generation. So, I mean, it's up to you to choose. I can't force you to do anything. I just wish you could, because I want to be on the same, like, I want to be improving and know, like, wow, like, other people are improving with me, and like, I'm helping so many people with just by improving myself. I'm helping other people to improve, and like, that's why I share this experience with you. So hopefully you've found some value from this video. If you have, make sure to subscribe, comment down below. If you subscribe, someone else can watch this video similar to you, and they can share it with their friends and stuff like that. And then we just have a big nation of like people that genuinely care about everything they do, everything they think about. Like, they can actually take control of their thoughts. Just imagine you could take control of your thoughts majority of the day. Like, actually tick off all the objectives that and aims that you had to fulfill for the day. Just imagine how good you would feel just knowing, like, yes, I've done everything I need to do today. Like, no time for like procrastination, no time for time wasting. Just imagine you took control of your time. So I would highly recommend read that book, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, and I think it will really change your like perception on things. You could watch the summarized version on YouTube before actually reading the Bible, before reading the book, which I did. I read the animated version on YouTube, like 9 minutes long, and then I actually like listened to the audiobook. I'm not like completely finished, and I might have to read it again because it's so good, and I'd highly recommend everyone to listen to it or read it. So it's been your boy Paul Khadar. I love you guys all, and we out. Peace.